In YouTube ads, going from narrowest targeting to broadest targeting, you should start off with placements, then keywords, then topics, then I'd say in-market audiences, affinity audiences, and you have some custom segment audiences that they could be tight or broad depending on how you build them, and ultimately no type of targeting. A lot of people recommend starting out with placements. I personally don't, for the most part. Usually it's just because placements, if it works, fantastic. And yes, it's probably the most likely to work. But having said that, okay, so my ad works, great. I feel like placement sometimes can become fool's gold because you think, oh wow, my ad works great here, but how come it's not working in other audiences? And that's the disconnect. You really have to figure out, does your ad really work across many types of targeting, many types of audiences? And placements kind of hide that. But if I want something that's kind of targeted in the beginning, I will start out, for the most part, I like starting with keywords, custom segment campaigns, but based on search terms. So if you already have a search campaign out there, you want to look at what are your best converting keywords and you want to stick them in there. The cons in keywords is a lot of times you're going to see that when you look at the performance of the keywords, you're going to see a column, a section that says other, and it's a whole lot of other things that you don't know what's converting or what that spend is going. You have no control over that. And you see that more with max conversions than target CPA bidding. When it comes to thinking about custom segment for search term campaigns, the cons against those is that those audiences tend to be a little bit more expensive and it all depends on how big your audience is. Sometimes they don't even fire for whatever reason. While Google will tell you, hey, you need to put all amount of keywords that will give you 1 million search queries a month. I've done that, I've done little. Sometimes it fires, sometimes it doesn't. Those are the cons. But honestly, what I really, really love as far as audiences, I just like broad audiences. I like in-market audiences, I like affinity audiences, and I just like testing those stock audiences that Google has. The pros of using those is that in certain niches, you already have an audience built out. So let's just say you are looking to sell something to people looking to rent. There's little audiences, people looking for rent, to rent a house. The cons against those is that it's very broad. And if you don't have a strong ad, you're going to have these super high CPCs or super low CTRs. The other con is that you have a lot of people bidding against those same audiences. And another one is certain audiences are just gonna be more expensive than others. Like someone looking for, I don't know if there's an in-market audience for knitting supplies, but just using that as an example, is going to be cheaper than an audience that someone's looking for financial services. Everyone wants people looking for financial services. That means they have money, that means they're willing to spend, especially if you are on the make money online niche or anything that requires a large amount of money. So those are the cons. But for the most part, honestly, I really, really love using in-market audiences because if those hit, the scalability is there. These audiences that have millions of people, and it's just a matter of increasing budget in a controlled fashion until you can't push budget to a point where it's not profitable. But those are my favorite targeting types for the most part. It's really keywords, custom segment for search terms, and then going to in-market and affinity campaigns. I do play around with a lot of other custom segment campaigns, but I found that even after testing all those things, for the most part, the stock audiences that Google provides do help out and do most of the work. So if you want to continue, check out other tips on the YouTube channel, feel free to check it out. If for whatever reason, you really want to dig deep into YouTube ads, find out A to Z, how we set up campaigns, everything as far as troubleshooting, click on the link on the video, try to book a call and see if our Linx YouTube ads course works for you.